Good morning. Good morning. Hey, it is a Monday and start of a new week. New shit going down all around the world. Probably. Hopefully for the better. But, you know, I don't know, where do I want to go off on this? It's going to be political a little bit, obviously. Um, Someone mentioned do nothing Biden. And it got me thinking about complacency. And, don't mistake patience, the patience and peace, for complacency. To be aware of the surroundings and whatever, and still have a peace about things, is actual virtue. Okay? That's an actual virtue. To turn around and be freaking out because it's too complacent, or that you're anxious. I won't say freaking out, but anxious is actually not a good thing. A lot of people can't handle that patience for whatever reason. Okay. The lack of control in what seems like no control at all drives them up the wall, but in reality the awareness is the control. Does that make sense? The patience in peace is because you have eyes open about everything going on. These are deep subjects for and they're paradigms that you have to read into things. When you talk about the do nothing Biden, I was recently doing a discussion and went off about I'll take peace over sensationalism anytime. What we're seeing right now is sensationalism. To stir up the pot, to get everything going and moving, and what it's got to be the biggest and the best. Oh, this is the first thing that's ever happened on the planet, and we can do the greatest thing of all time, and I don't need to hear that. It's like walking in and listening to a ringmaster in a circus. Welcome to the biggest colossal event of the century. It's like it sells. It sells a lot. Probably even more so than sex. It sells a lot. But the delivery comes with an expectation. And those that are pushing like that normally can't deliver. Exactly. And they'll pull back for whatever reason, because it's not the greatest, it's not the biggest, whatever, or they'll turn around and, I mean, it's based on that. And I just, I it drives me up the wall when I see people. It's like a really bright light, and their moths going to it. It's like a flame, and they're being drawn to it. And there's nothing you can do to stop them, you know? Until that person, it's like an addiction. It's until that person realizes the situation they're in. They may need help being pulled back out, but they got to realize it first. Otherwise, they're going to fight you tooth and nail to get there. Does that make sense? Okay. Over sensationalism. One of the other situations that we got going on right now is that it's all based on they're doing this logistics thing. There's a reality check that comes with the being patient part. Okay? The reason why you have that patience is because you've kind of done an assessment, a reality check. And you're going, okay, this is the situation. I can sit back for a minute. It could be completely chaotic. It's like this. It's like if you're gonna panic when you're treading water, that's what's gonna kill you more than anything. Okay, because you've given in to the fear. Same kind of concept. A reality check of the situation. I know I'm kind of talking in circles, but if we can pick up on where I'm going on this, you need to have a reality check. Okay? I watched things unfold, and I place a reality check on it for a reason. As soon as I hear the sensationalism, boom. That gives me a reality check of where it's coming from. This is the best tasting whatever ever. Well, that's debatable. This is going to be the greatest event of the, well, that's debatable. When we started hearing about crowd sizes, there was millions of people out there. Well, that's debatable. Not only is it debatable, we have logistics now. And we have ways of counting these things. Did anybody forget this? Because people in nature, and people that are doing things for the planet and environment, rely on them daily. They can look at a picture or look up in the air and see this huge flock of birds stretching for what? They know it by distance, they know it by size, and they know it by width and depth and all that. And they know how big the bird is. And they can come up with a logistical number about roughly how big that flock is. Or a herd of something on the ground. Take a picture. We have ways of doing this. And for us to have to go through any of that kind of thing where it's someone's saying it's hundreds of thousands when it's only tens of thousands, and it's visibly that, there isn't an argument. There should be no argument on that. Simply because of sensationalism. They want to be sensational about it. Well, I'm sorry, I don't live in that world. I can get excited about things or say this was like the coolest show ever or whatever. But I also know that, you know, I'm basing on just that experience right then and there. But when you got a person that's constantly saying this and constantly doing it, they're selling you shit. They're selling you shit. Point blank. There's a line of BS that goes with a salesperson that mile long. And they're selling you shit. And you should be aware. At least, I mean, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm saying be aware. Be understanding of it. You know, this is going to be the greatest thing ever. Is it? In your eyes, maybe. But what's the take here? What's the reality check? And if I ask for a reality check and I get pushback, it's basically like doing a car sales. This is the best car for you. This is something that you need. This is the greatest car ever made, and it's almost like they made it just for you. Really? Yeah, I think it's kind of cool, but can I take it in and have a compression checked? Well, no, it runs fine. We just turned it over, don't you hear? I know, but I'd like to run a compression check. Well, no, we don't need to be doing that. It's like as soon as you put out that reality check on something and you get a pushback on it, I'm sorry, there's a problem. You're asking me to trust you, but you won't trust me in my decision? Sensationalism. Okay? We've got a situation where someone thrives on that. And people have bought it hook, line, and sinker. It's just scary. Okay? Like I said, I'm all for listening and whatnot, and if it is a good thing, but if that's one thing, but if you can't run a reality check on it, or if you start noticing things like that, that's just crazy talk. So that's what I wanted to say. Kind of touching on politics, kind of, it's food for thought and a good understanding of the life around us and a good model to live by. Don't fall into these things. We are very logistical now. Be logistical minded because it will serve you very well in things that are in the physical nature, in the paradigm of this world, things that are tangible, things that we do, time standards, all the way to actually something physical that you can hold. Okay? Hey, got nothing but love for you. Have a great day.